Welcome back to Antigua Barbuda. Today we have a very special guest who have come to our shores here in Antigua and Barbuda, and she's joining us right now via Zoom, and that is
Miss Tren'ness Woods Black of Sylvia's Queen of Soul Food in Harlem is visiting Antigua and Barbuda with her family. While here, she will be a guest speaker at the Samuel Fields Consulting Group e-learning series where we discuss the topic, Why Family Businesses Need a Succession Plan. Welcome, Tren'ness.
Good morning. Good morning to my beautiful Antigua, my second home. I'm so happy to be here.
wonderful. So introduce yourself to the people of Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes, so my name is Tren'ness Woods Black. I'm third generation Sylvia's Restaurant, the Queen of Soul Food. So I'm all about tourism and hospitality. And my youngest aunt, Crisette, introduced our family to Antigua when she was just 14 years old, spending half of the summer in Pottersville. So we love Antigua. Back in New York, I represent our great city on the board of NYC and Company, where I am the co-chair alongside David Burke of our culinary committee, as well as the co-chair of Harlem Park to Park. So I'm all things hospitality, tourism, food, and making sure that I rep beautiful Antigua wherever I go.
Wonderful. I love the sound of that. Love, love, love the sound of that. Well, you obviously wear a lot of hats, but speak to us now specifically about your venture with the Netflix series.
Oh my goodness. So this was super exciting. A few years ago, after my grandmother transitioned, there was an author, Emily Spivak, who was writing a book about clothing and what's your favorite pieces of clothing. So hands down, I had to mention the dress that my grandmother sent me from heaven. I don't want to give up too much information, but it's a beautiful story about the life and legacy of the Queen of Soul Food, Sylvia Woods, and the dress that I wore to her funeral, which was extremely special. So that's running now on Netflix. You can watch it, Worn Stories. I'm in the Communities episode, about halfway through.
Definitely. Well, definitely be tuning in to see that. Well, apart from your venture in Netflix, and I know that
Yeah.
you were also in a series. There was other series that was aired in a film festival.
Yes,
Tribeca
yes,
Film.
I was. And I have to mention that the reason why I am here during this time is exactly a month ago from yesterday, I was the winner of TASC and OECS. They make the amazing virtual Caribbean conferences, and they had their travel expo. And I was the winner of a 3-night stay here at Tamarind Hills. But you know, I love Antigua so much, and my family loves Antigua so much that they decided to come along. So we had to upgrade to a villa. I'll be here all week, but that's how this whole thing started. As far as tourism and travel, I always like to make sure that when I'm traveling, I can do some community service. So on this coming Thursday, I will be alongside other legacy family business owners, giving tips on how we can pivot, how our people can pivot and survive this COVID pandemic. So it's all about succession, and that's Samuel Fields Community Learning. I'll be sharing tips to help my fellow Antiguan brothers and sisters during this crazy time.
Definitely. Well, how do you find time to do all of these different things that you're doing and still travel? Like, how do you find the time to balance all of that?
Well, what I try to do back at home, I sit on 8 boards. So all of my projects are philanthropic and community based. They all have a community give back. So when I'm doing speaking engagements, I always make sure to tie in some type of community give back, whether it's a virtual webinar like I'll be doing this Thursday. I have a really amazing family. They hold the restaurant down, so big shout outs to everybody that's holding the restaurant down right now. And just God, God he doesn't put more on us than we can bear. And I'm a true testament to his grace. So as long as he keeps giving me strength, I'm going to run this race and make sure that, while I'm building the brand of being known as the Queen of Hospitality from Harlem, I want to make sure that everything I do and touch empowers our community, creates platform so that our people can continue to just flourish and thrive.
Most
So that's what it's all
definitely.
about.
Most definitely. And, apart from all these things that you have already accomplished, what's next for you?
Oh, what's next for me is I'm launching a major, major event. I haven't announced it in the press yet in the U.S., so I can't say it just yet. So I'll have to come back. So that means I'm going to have to come to Antigua, come back to the show, and announce it. But what I do plan on doing is making sure that this event that I'm doing makes its way to Antigua, because this is truly my second home. So stay tuned for more with that. I'm working on my television show. So there's a lot of great things happening. TV, philanthropy, community give back, and plenty of rest and relaxation. See, the thing is, we have to remember that, of course, we're super women like yourself, but you also have to make time to reset, because you cannot pour from an empty vessel. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm recharging and still making time to make sure that I'm giving back to this wonderful community that has just given me so much. Antigua has nourished my soul for so many years. And I just need to say a quick hello before I go to my cousin Trevor, who hosted us in Mount Pleasant last night. Thank you so much, Trevor. And my family, my Antiguan family at home, the Charles family, Ian Charles, Kimberly Charles, Brandon, just everyone, Deshaun, Indigo, Ian. I just love Antigua. This is my first time staying at Tamarind Hills. I love it. It's beautiful. I grew up coming to Antigua, going to Dickinson's Bay. That's always going to be my heart. And I have to say much love to our good friend here, Egan, because he's the one who got us really interested in water sports in Antigua. There's just so many people. And the food, amazing. Chef Dennis, he outdid himself. I mean, it's a wonderful dinner. On the first night we arrived, and we'll be hitting up more places, definitely going to OJ's and a tons more.
Well, thank you so, so much for joining us today. And thank you for doing so much work and representing our little country here. Like, we really and truly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And I do hope that you continue to enjoy the rest of your stay here at Tamarind Hills.
Listen, I'm going to let you take a look.
I'm jealous.
Come on. Come over.
Oh, yeah, you're inviting me over?
Come take a swim.
I'll be there.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Have a nice day.
Come see us at Sylvia's. Oh my gosh, come see us at the restaurant.
Definitely.
All right, darling. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Antigua.
Okay, we have a lot more coming up on Antigua Barbie today. Stay with us.